What's going on, guys? It's Sam here, back with another video. Sorry for the hiatus to anyone who watches these. My sister just got married, so it's been a bit of a whirlwind. We hosted the wedding at one of my family members' houses, so it's been crazy, 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 24/7. But I found enough time today to just kind of sit down and make another video. And something that's really been kind of, what's the right word, resonating with me, that's been picking at my brain, is the type of content I and thousands of others make. All right. I would lump my content into the philosophical life stories type of content. Look at people like Jet Franzen, um, like that type of creator where it's a little bit of philosophy and some life stories mixed together for some advice or for some way of communicating. Um Now I would like to preface this. I do not think my content takes a lot of skill to make, which is why so many people do it. I don't think it takes a lot of skill to sit in front of your computer or sit in front of your phone and just record yourself talking about something for like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is. Just talk about it and it'll be good. Um but I've watched a lot of these other guys and I notice a trend. A lot of them are complete idiots. A lot of them do not believe in what they're saying. They're so fake. Um I would like to say this, not coming from a point of like higher power, like this makes me better than them. But when I make these videos, I don't make them for you guys. I make them for myself. I have a very hard time communicating my feelings and my thoughts and my experiences to other people in real life. I have a hard time even writing them down. So these videos are kind of an outlet for myself to express the way I'm feeling and the way I'm kind of just living and what I've gone through and you know, what my advice is. It's a soothing type of thing to do for me is make these videos. I don't make them for the views. I don't make them for money. I don't make them for attention. I don't make them for fame. I don't make them for any specific reason other than simply just to give myself an outlet. Like I said, I make them to give myself an outlet. That's at what the core of my videos are. When I made those videos about me being fat, me being called ugly, me being, bullied for years, those are things I have bottled up for like a decade, and I'm able to kind of express them in these videos. Um, and I appreciate all of the comments and all of the love and support I've gotten on those videos. I truly do. But at the end of the day, I would still post them without any engagement. I would still post all the videos I post if it meant I got 1 or 2 views or 0 views, just for me to be able to talk and me be able to kind of communicate, I guess. Now, conversely, I look at all these other creators and I don't know a whole lot of them by name. Um, Maybe that's, indicative of the type of content we creators make. But these guys, I'm just gonna use an example of Jet Franzen since he's like the biggest guy right now. Um, Jet Franzen has like 250,000 subscribers. He's getting like 1 million views per month. Like he's huge. He's huge. He's a humongous creator. Um, and he's gotten popular off of somewhat similar content to what I'm making. Philosophy and life stories mixed together. He talks about the economy, he talks about politics, he talks about lust, he talks about, social media, he talks about I think he's talked a little bit about body dysmorphia too. He's talked about gym, he's talked about running, he's talked about like a ton of stuff that I also talk about. But with him, I'm able to kind of sense this type of like, I don't know if it's fakeness, but I'm able to sense this kind of thing where he's just posting these for the attention, for the money. I guess the internet term for that is a grifter. Someone who's just gonna pull up the rug under everyone, all of his community. He's gonna post some crypto scam or some app scam and make a bunch of money. That's just what I get out of him. I used to love watching him when he first blew up. You know, his first video to blow up, I was like one of the first like 50,000 viewers. Loved it. Watched a lot of his other videos and they were great. He's a very smart, well-educated, well-informed man on the surface. But as he's continued to post over this year, he seems to have contradicted himself over and over and over. You know, there was a big controversy with Jet in specific where it's like in the beginning, he was talking about how hard work doesn't pay off, but then he just posted a video of him at his friend's, you know, Miami mansion or whatever, and he's like, guys, this is just, an example of how, hard work always pays off. And he's just contradicting himself. And I see all these other creators talking about just stupid things, talking about, you know, there's this one girl, I forget what her name is, but she made a video that's like the inside of female gooning, like explaining how females goon. And I'm just like sitting here like, what are we doing? Who's asking for this? And then she got popular off of that, and so now she's just cascading into making a ton of these type of videos like Jet. She's gotten fairly popular, probably made a couple $1,000s, and she's contradicting herself. She's being disingenuous to her audience. And these content creators, they seem to be popping up left and right. These philosophy, loser core type of people who are just sitting in front of a camera like I am, and they're posting. And they're posting whatever life stories or philosophy they have to give that day. And I can tell by the way they talk, a lot of it comes right off their head. They don't think about it. They don't ruminate about what they're going to say. They just say whatever and post it online. I don't think that is wise to do as a human being. I don't think it is genuine. I don't think it is nice. I think it's fake, phony, and all in it for the fame and money. And I hate it. I post these videos to you guys to as a bit of a self-soothing type of thing where I'm just like posting so I can look back at the video and kind of feel relieved that I got that off my chest. When I give advice on the channel, it's always related to my personal experiences. It's not related to the government. It's not related to, spirituality, even though I am a Christian. It's not related to anything. I am not LARPing. That is the kind of brain rot term, live action role playing. I'm not just making things up and going along with whatever. It comes from a place of true genuineness. My stories are all genuine that have happened, right? I mean, I'm not going to do it here, but like if the community wanted it, I would literally post pictures of how fat I am. If you don't believe me by the stretch marks, like I'm not lying to you guys. I'm not making all of these things up to kind of try and force myself to be relatable, you know? And I'm sure maybe Jet Franzen is a good dude, or that lady that I talked about, maybe she's a good lady, but like the stuff they make is not genuine and it's just a lie. And I hate it. I hate watching those videos and they pop up all of the time. And it's always some dude like some 40-year-old bearded man who's talking about how he's never had a girlfriend and he's turning 40. Or like some lady who's like, man, I have no social life. And the lady's like an 8 out of 10 who could get a boyfriend any day of the week. And what she talks about is like, man, I just stay inside. And it's like, well, no crap. Yeah, you don't have a social life. And it's just it's either stupid and fake or it's just like blatantly obvious what the solution is. And I'm just like sitting here like, are we serious? Why is anyone giving these people attention? If they're not LARPing, they're just talking about uninteresting slop that's super easy to produce at a high rate. Jet Franzen posts like 4 videos a day. All right, I think if he was editing and like doing like trying his best to make his content the best he can, I don't think he'd be able to do more than 1 a day. But he's just spamming these content farms where he's just, talking about the economy and how we're all screwed or effed, he contradicts himself in what he says and what he believes. He believes in God, apparently. He's like, oh, I'm saved by grace. I'm a Christian. And in the beginning, he talked a lot about that. But in these new videos, he doesn't talk about God, doesn't talk about Jesus. He swears. like he's not a Christian. I can just tell he is not a Christian. And I don't want to assume, but like that is literally LARPing. He is using religion to try and connect with all of these other, Christian people, all of these other religious people. I just don't get it. Why are people doing this? Like why? Why can't people just be genuine and say their real thoughts? All right? Like why can't we do that? I don't understand. That's what I try to do. I just try to be the most authentic person I can be, just to be myself in front of the camera and just to say what's on my mind and what I'm thinking about so that I can grow as a person, so that I can kind of confront those feelings and those thoughts and just become better as again, better as a person. Um I mean, that's really all I have to say today. Let me know how you feel down below if you want. But of course, like I'm just posting this to kind of, I don't know, come to terms with it as myself. Please don't give these people money. Don't give Jet Franzen or that other girl I talked about. Don't give them money. Don't buy into their courses or their crypto. Don't let them don't let them, just scam everyone. Please, please don't. Please don't. It's a dangerous thing. And they're very relatable in the things they talk about, but I can tell underneath all of that, they don't believe a word they're saying, or they don't at least believe it in the way they're communicating. Um, but yeah, guys, that is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to start posting a little more now that the wedding's kind of winded down. And, we're going to move forward in the YouTube journey, I guess. I have a lot to talk about. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.